Welcome back to my channel, friends. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. If you guys are new here, I'm Katie and I love to film and share homemaking and lifestyle videos like cooking, cleaning, organizing, decorating, home makeovers, you name it, we're doing it. Today I this was kind of like an impromptu film day, if you will. I figured I was in here doing things in my kitchen, so I should just take you guys with me in case you guys are behind on a lot of the things that I'm going to do in today's video. And that is deep cleaning my appliances. We're going to clean the floors, wipe down the counters, do a little bit of decluttering and organizing in the pantry. So if you guys have some work that also needs to be done in your kitchen, maybe you've been putting it off for a while, I am here to help you get motivated to get those things checked off your list. And I'm feeling overwhelmed. I love to just start with the things that are stressing me out the most. So in this case, I knew that I needed to wipe out the inside of my microwave. So I took everything out. We're going to give everything a nice hot soapy water hand wash and put everything back in here. But we're going to be cleaning top to bottom. So that's why I'm starting with the microwave, because I knew that I wanted to also clean my stovetop and my oven today. So as soon as we're done with this microwave, we will wipe down the stovetop. I'm going to run a self-clean on the oven and wipe it out, and then we're going to be doing more of a maintenance clean in the oven. A few videos ago, I shared a very deep clean. My oven was absolutely disgusting, and I let it soak with Easy off on it, and it is just a way harsh chemical that I don't prefer to use it much. So I will show you what I'm using to clean my oven in today's video, and it's all natural ingredients. And then we will move to the floors and the pantry, and basically just checking things off my list that have been way overdue, that have just been kind of stressing me out. So I'll kind of be all over the place, and I guess you could say this might even kind of be like a part one to this, because there's more things that I want to tackle in this space. But I don't know, I figure you got to start somewhere, and this stuff has been on my mind and has been bothering me, so I decided to just pick up the camera and finally get it done. 'Cause we both know it's gonna hurt, but not as much as this does. So baby, bye. It's for the best, and you know why. You gotta leave me here right now before we make this even worse. It's gonna hurt even more than this does. For a lot of the cleaning I'm doing in today's video, I'm using the 9 Elements. It's a vinegar-based cleaner. I don't know if it's super clean, but it is considered better than, like a bleach product and stuff like that. I want to say it is derived from plants, and it is considered like a green cleaning product. And I love anything vinegar-based. So I just feel like it doesn't leave anything streaky. It does cut through grease and makes it feel and look clean. It does a good job. So I love using this stuff. So I'm just using that on my stovetop and on the face of my microwave, and the knobs and the face of my oven. And then the self clean is finished. It only takes about 40 minutes. It's called Aqua Lift. So I'm just going to take my rag and wipe everything down. And this is what I was able to get off just with the self cleaning. And then we're going to take that 9 Elements, that vinegar-based cleaner, and we're going to spray a nice thick coat on the door of this oven and on the bottom of the oven. And I'm putting a very generous amount of baking soda. I think I went a little overboard with it. You probably don't need to use this much. And then I'm just using a lemon that I cut in half. So very, very green about it. Basically vinegar, water, baking soda, and lemon. And this thing comes out so nice and clean, and it was nice not having to breathe in any of those really terrible fumes. I made a little bit of a mess while I was cleaning in this area, so we're going to tackle that in just a minute. But my oven is about 5 or 6 years old now, so it's not brand new, but you guys, this thing looks so much better than it was, and I'm really trying to get in the better habit of making this more of like a, not a daily task, but more of a routine thing. I feel like the oven is definitely something that you forget about. So if it's been a minute since you have cleaned your oven, at least utilize that self-clean if you have it. It does help a lot and goes a long way. But I really now need to clean up these floors in this area. I can't stand when I walk around my floors and things are sticking to my feet. And we're going to be cleaning these floors in sections. I think I mentioned that in my last video. It can be a lot of work tackling the whole downstairs flooring at once when it's time to clean. So I love breaking things into sections. So yesterday, the day before this, I cleaned, vacuumed and mopped the family room floors, and now we're working on the kitchen. But while we're also in here, I'm going to start decluttering these countertops because you guys, it's almost time for fall decorating, and I always need a little bit of a moment, take a minute, take in just like a little bit of fresh air before I bust out all of my seasonal decorations, because basically you're going to go from fall into Christmas, and it's going to be several months before my house is going to look normal. So I always love to just kind of take a minute and enjoy the minimalism and simplicity of a space before I bring out all my decorations. So we are gearing up, you guys. I have so many ideas for fall and Halloween this year. So if you guys are new here, make sure you subscribe, and all of you, don't forget to hit the bell because you will get notified anytime I put up a brand new video.
Maybe you're not different. Go on, blow up your ego, your undenying ego. Oh, look here he goes, stepping on toes with his humble and everlasting ego. I guess it never hit you. Our conversation takes two, paying it some interest from time to time. Inside all that greatness and all of your adventures, you're all alone. Hold up, baby, I can sit beside you while you're going on about your simple life. Nothing left you thinking that maybe you're not different.
I've been baking at home a lot more and cooking at home a lot more, and I pulled these canisters out of my pantry. They were on my countertop once upon a time, and I'm busting them back out. I feel like we're getting into pumpkin spice and baking season, so we're gonna put these out on the counters and kind of utilize them with our fall decor this year, and then they'll be easily accessible for when I want to bake, and then maybe that'll cause me to bake a little bit more. But I got these all washed out. I bought brand new flour, sugar, and brown sugar. And if you guys hang tight, I'm gonna bring you into my pantry. We're not doing like an hour-long extreme pantry clean out. I was just too overwhelmed, if I'm being honest with you. So I'm just gonna kind of bring you guys in for a minute. I'll show you the before, I'll show you a few clips of the during, and then I'll show you where we end on the after. I'm gonna give you a heads up. This is not like a Pinterest beautiful pantry. This is just being a strictly functional pantry, and you have to start somewhere. So I feel really good about where we're at, and then I could always go in and make it pretty later. So that before was pretty bad. I do have a nice large pantry, which I appreciate. The only problem is I feel like it's just another space to shove things. So I store not only food in this pantry, but like entertaining items like drink dispensers and coolers and stuff like that. but appliances as well. And then obviously like all of our food, our emergency food storage, extra water, everything just goes into this pantry. And I was feeling like just like really overwhelmed. It stressed me out. It was time to go through it. You guys, I think I got rid of 3 trash bags worth of stuff. So I'm just giving you a quick glimpse into like step 1 of the pantry, and that is getting rid of anything that's expired, getting rid of anything that could maybe go in the recycle bin, cardboard, trash. I had way too many saved shopping bags. No one needs as many as I had. So you get the gist. We're just going to do a few things in here, touch it up a little bit, and then I feel like I can come back in here and do a part 2, and we can kind of do maybe a pantry restock, fluff it up, make it more aesthetically pleasing. But for now, we're just going to go through everything and donate, trash, and get it out of here, whatever doesn't belong. I did step out for a little bit, so I added a few of the snacks that I picked up while I was out, but I still need to do like an actual grocery run. But this feels so much better, you guys. I feel like it's so much more like light and airy, and the shelves are just not stuffed to the brim. I was able to throw away like spices and things that were just expired and didn't need to be in there. And then I can go to the store and just replace everything that I need with fresh items. And that way there's no wondering if something is good or not. So I highly encourage you to maybe go through one cabinet at a time, or just break your pantry into steps, because I know that it can be overwhelming, or any space in that matter. Break it into steps, into parts. It doesn't need to be all done in one day. But I wanted to go through and wipe off all my countertops, because I was using this area as like a staging area when I was working on my pantry. And then of course, working top to bottom, I want to go ahead and tackle these floors. I had a minute. I wanted to address that we did officially start homeschool. We started on the 23rd, so just a few days ago. And the first day was a little bumpy, but we got it figured out. And you know, now that we're in a few days, I want to say it's going a lot smoother. I think it's definitely an adjustment for all of us, but in the best way. And I fully intended on like doing this differently, but a lot of you guys are asking why we decided to switch to homeschool. And I guess the quick answer is just like my values did not align with public school anymore. And where I live, private school is, I could basically have another home. It's the cost of a mortgage. And then the other charter schools that I have available to me, unfortunately, since COVID, have been packed and they are waitlisted. So I am on a wait list for one of our STEAM Academy schools, but I just don't want my kids in the public school system to each their own. It's not for me. Like I said, I don't align with a lot of the values and a lot of things that are in schools right now for me. And with my son that is going from elementary school to middle school, going into 6th grade, I couldn't send him into where he was going to be slotted to go to school. So pulled him out, and I decided, since I'm pulling him out, I'm going to go ahead and pull my 4th grader out too. So now we are home. I know that's kind of vague, but I really don't want to start a debate in here or make anyone feel uncomfortable, but it just comes down to values. And I want my kids to grow up with good values and beliefs and just grow up with a good head on their shoulders. And I know not all schools have trouble with that, but in my area, it's a decision that I had to make. So I say just do what works best for you, and you know your family and you know your children and you know the environment that'll work best for them, and this just happened to work best for us. But of course, if you have any questions, please feel free to let me know. You can always DM me over on Instagram as well, and we can talk more back and forth. But I got my kitchen floors all clean, and I had this load of laundry sitting in the dryer, and I thought, why not go ahead and tackle this? Because if I didn't do it now, we all know how it goes. It's gonna sit in the laundry basket for the next week. I wanted to include a recipe in this video. You guys have been loving when I have been working those in, and this one is so easy, and especially for summertime or with football season coming up, I think this is such a great, easy, really popular. It's a hit. It is so good. So I had these bratwursts in my fridge that were going to go bad in 2 days, and I didn't want these to end up in the trash. So I found this recipe as I was scrolling Instagram. You just want to take your sausage and cut them down the middle. Make sure you don't go all the way through, and you want to form a little bit of a pocket. I should probably tell you what I'm making. It's like a sausage jalapeno popper. So these are spicy, but you could leave off the jalapenos if you wanted to. Maybe replace it with onion. You can just make these your own. Put your own spin. But since I am making this a jalapeno popper, I'm putting a chunk of cream cheese just right in that little pocket that we hollowed out of the sausages. You could pick up whatever sausage you want for this as well. So I know there's all different types, but this is just what I had on hand. And you guys, wait till you see my reaction. These came out so good. I didn't expect these to be as good as they were. So my next step after the cream cheese is you want to go ahead and put on your jalapenos to taste. I use pickled jalapenos. I do like raw jalapeno, but I feel like these are just a little bit more mild. So I loaded up on the jalapenos because I love a kick, and then you want to top off with your cheese. I just had mild cheddar on hand, so that's what I'm using, but feel free to use your favorite type of cheese. And then I did warm my oven to 350 and then just watch them. Everyone's oven is different. I want to say these were in there for maybe about 15 minutes. Make sure your sausage is cooked through, and I put mine with a side of corn, and voila. You guys, this was absolutely delicious. Again, for maybe game day or hosting. So good. All right, should we try this together? Because the Instagram looked really, really delicious. And I thought, why not make it? So I think it's gonna be really good, but sometimes recipes can be a flop, so let's just give it a shot. The cream cheese brings it to another level, you guys. This is so good, and with football season right around the corner, you guys have to make these. These are so good and so easy. I had corn. I also wanted to cook up before it went bad. So I'm really happy I made this meal, you guys. When my husband gets home, he's gonna love this. This is so good. 10 out of 10. If you saw my Instagram stories when I shared this, this is what I'm doing here. And thank you so much for hanging out today. I know this is kind of like an impromptu kind of quick video today, but thank you so much for watching, and I would love if you guys could like and subscribe before you leave. It was fun to do a little kitchen reset with you all, and we'll be back with a lot more cleaning and organizing, recipes, and home updates in the next video. Bye, friends!